Wow, you got me daydreaming there. Welcome, everybody. Your FieldersChoice.com daily hit and run show for Monday, August 1st. First day of August. The summer is flying by. And wow, we got a lot coming up this month. Everybody knows college football starts in just a few weeks. College football is my sport. Uh, so check out your Fielders Choice for all that. But $25 a month, that includes all sports right now. MLB's back crushing again. Just actually looking at the winning lineups room. We had guys had some big days yesterday. Shout out to I see Joe Reichart just crushed the whole weekend of racing. He looked like he swept trucks, Xfinity, F1, Cup. So shout out to Reichart 84. So I see Tyrod was crushing. Adam V12 got some wins there. But we had a really, really good day on Saturday, MLB. Yesterday was tough. We clawed through the cash, but it was a tough one. MLB, especially MLB early Saturday, was a huge day for all of us. We had some big wins, actually. I think, what day was it? Thursday or Friday. Aaron Nix, who's been on this show before, he came, I think, in second in one of the MLB contests. I think he came in second. Yeah, he came in second in the Classic the day Zach Wheeler pitched. He hit for like 3K. Also, Nolan hit for, I think, second place on a showdown. So actually, YFC's been crushing pretty much on MLB. And we got another, 2 months left? A good month. September gets a little squirrely with all the call-ups, but there's a huge edge in September also, and October too. So stay with us. We'll still be doing shows. Just kind of a quick, I don't think there will be a show tomorrow. I have a lot of finals going on for my Masters, but definitely today, definitely Wednesday. We always have it on Friday and so on. Anybody else talking live? We have the live chat going, but what else is going on? Yesterday, Reed Detmers, big day yesterday for Reed Detmers. He was like the second person in like a decade to throw an immaculate inning and a no-hitter in the same year. Detmers did it. Mike Fiers was the last one before him, and before that is Sandy Koufax to throw an immaculate inning and a no-hitter in the same year. What else we had going on yesterday? Austin Riley, what a month he had, right? He completed that month. I saw some stats on Riley. Franchise record, 26 extra base hits in July, broke Hank Aaron's record. His July, 423, 459, 885 slash. Crazy slash for a month. 11 homers, 25 ribbies. Only seventh player since 1901 to hit 420 or better, or 26 or more extra base hits in a month. Austin Riley, huge month. Big debut by the kid from the Dodgers, James Outman. He almost had a cycle. He was a triple shy of the cycle. First at bat, hit a home run. So he became, I think, the third Dodger to hit a home run his first at bat. I know Bert Ruiz did it. Jose Offerman did it. I think one more guy. It might have been Gary Ingram. So I think he's the fourth Dodger. On the other news, J-Rod's on the IL for 10 days with that hand. Salvi hit a bomb to beat the Yankees. Salvi's back. We all thought Salvi wasn't coming back to September. I had him in NFBC. Didn't even start him last week. Come to find out he's playing. He came back to playing from that not UCL. What do you have surgery? He has surgery on UCL. Yeah, in his thumb. So Salvi's back in a big way. 2 home runs in 3 games. Beat the Yankees yesterday. That's kind of a wrap up from yesterday. But we're here for MLB DFS today. But once again, your FieldersChoice.com. Check us out. Free Discord also. Discord.gg/your Fielder's Choice. A lot of free stuff in there too. The PrizePicks stuff is free. We'll really be hitting PrizePicks strong for college football and NFL like we did last year. But we have like 3 good weeks of pretty much all baseball. Soccer starts this week, Saturday. We're talking about doing a live stream this week for this APL opener with Riley picks. We can get some other people on doing some betting stuff. We're going to try to do that this week. And so soccer, MLB, and some golf, of course. All right. That's it. Anybody questions? Throw us in the chat. 9-gamer tonight across the board, both slates. Weather, I only see one weather problem. That's in Cleveland, Arizona at Cleveland. According to Kevin Roth, shout out to Roto Grinders. Some scattered showers and storms around Cleveland. There may be a late start or delay possible. That's all I see with weather, high winds, though, blowing out the right center in the White Sox Royals game. So keep that in mind as we're talking. So it could be an offensive game there. Winds blowing out right center, 10 miles an hour in Chicago, the White Sox game. Vegas. High implied. No cores. So maybe we can actually have some decent cash games this week. No cores right now. I don't think they're going back, right? Yeah, it was Colorado on a slate today. So right now, the highest is the Mets, 5.3. Guess why? Because it's Patrick Corbin Day. James Grande named that about a year ago, but it's Patrick Corbin Day. The lefty we all like to pick on, the gas can facing the Mets, 5.3. Pete Alonso is like $6,300 now. It's like $100 less than Judge. Mets 5.3. I think they're the highest. Yes. And the Yankees also 5.3. Yankees going up against my man Marco Gonzalez, but you pick on Marco Gonzalez, of course, especially when it's Yankee Stadium. So Yankees 5.3, Mets 5.3, then the White Sox 5.3, 5.2. We just mentioned that wind in that game going up against Kansas City. I think it's Brad Keller. White Sox got Kopech going, so 5.2, and then the Indians 5.1 if that game goes off or without any delays. 5.1. Indians at home against Diamondbacks. So there are 4 teams at over 5.5 implied runs. Nobody's even close. Then you get to the Padres at 4.5 going up against the Rockies. Mike Clevenger, Cleb Dog is going. On the money line, biggest favorite of the night is the Mets 250. Why? Mad Max. Mad Max is going up against Corbin at Washington, back his old stomping grounds, knows that park, knows the team. Minus 250, Mad Max, our top pitcher to slate by far. Then we got the Padres, the only other team over minus 200. I just mentioned it's a Clevenger game. Clevenger may be popular tonight in cash, minus 205. So the Mets and Padres are both high money line favorites, over 200, 205 and 250. And then we got the Yankees minus 190. You said Yankees going up against Marco Gonzalez. On the Yankee side is Domingo Germán, right? So Yankees are 190 favorite at Yankee Stadium. And it's not the time for my computer to go on me. Beside that, we got Houston minus 186 over Boston. Luis Garcia's pitching that game. Nathan Eovaldi, who's just turned to a complete gas can, is pitching on the Red Sox end. Minus 186 for Houston. I just threw a tweet out, a BBP alert. Crazy. Yordan Alvarez is like 7 for 8 against Eovaldi. 7 for 8. There's a bunch of BBPs today, I know, so I was just looking really quick before I came on the air. But that's one of them is Yordan Alvarez. I think he's like 7 for 8. Crazy BBP. Who else you got? The White Sox minus 175. I said Michael Kopech. And then we're down to Rangers minus 165 over Baltimore. That's a John Gray game. Another pitcher we may be interested in. All right, so Mets and Padres both over 200. Biggest favorites. All right, that's it for Vegas. That's it for weather. Let's move right around to pitching. This will probably be a pretty quick show. So once again, you guys have any questions, comments, throw them in the comments. We'll try to answer them quickly. Right now, pitching, looking at some ownership. It's all about Mad Max. Mad Max is the highest owner. He's not projected as high as I thought he would be. I'm seeing like around 44% for Mad Max against the Washington Nationals. Don't even overthink this. I don't have to sit here and throw all these stats out at you for Max. He's elite. Going up against a crappy team. Last 5 starts, 1.85 FIP, elite, 1.38 ERA, elite, 0.83 WHIP, elite, K per 9, 12.4. Mad Max over Nationals, just play him. He's your SP1, FanDuel, and DK. The question is going to be, where are we going for SP2 and cash? Let's go over a couple names. So looking at ownership right now, projected ownership, we have one other name over 30%. That's Mike Clevenger. I'm skeptical, but I like the price 8.3. Then you got John Gray, John Gray's now a 9.7 pitcher. We're talking DK prices here. 9.7. He's only 6. He's like $900 less than Max. So Clevenger is what the public right now, it's still early, is looking at as your SB2. I don't know. He's a name. We all know who Mike Clevenger is. great story coming back from injuries. He's had a decent season. He's pitching better and better. But the last game against Detroit, he didn't look that great at Detroit. The thing is, I think the Tigers have the lowest implied run total at 3. I think they're still implied still at 3. I just pulled it down, but it's a big favorite. The thing is, his last 5 starts, he's rocking his last 4 starts, he's rocking an ERA of 4.07, 3.90 Sierra. Nothing great there. Weird, just I don't know. Colorado, he got stomped, but that was Coors. Seattle, decent game. So Clevenger really, beside that Arizona game at Arizona, both games against Arizona, he beat Arizona twice, 28 DK points, 24 DK points. He's been up and down. But the price is there. The price is built in. So he's not my favorite, but it looks like he's the public's favorite SP2. But he's definitely in play. Going up against, he's in Petco, Pitchers Park. Colorado, 320 Wool against Ray is pretty good. So Colorado is actually a much better team than people think, even on the road. I'm not sure about Clevenger, but he's there. He's going to be popular. People are going to use him. He's almost as popular as Max. So where else can we go? Let's look at John Gray first. You got John Gray, Texas, going up against Baltimore. We all know Baltimore can scare you. They can also score 1 or 2 runs. Let me see his last 5. Decent. He's got 3 wins last 5, 3.68 ERA. It's mediocre. 2.93 ERA. Not bad. WHIP of 1.08. Not bad. K rate of 10.9. Not bad. So, they're all decent prices across the board. He's been pitching well. So when you're looking at that 11 K per 9 over his last 5, 3.05 Sierra. So the thing that's nice about seeing John Gray, he was hyped as a big prospect in Colorado. The poor guy he got dick slapped in Coors for a couple of years there. Everybody kind of forgot about him, but he is a talented pitcher. The thing is, he's facing Baltimore. Baltimore is not the team that we used to pick on, though, but they're still striking out 22% against righties. Pitcher-friendly park, Globe Field. Still, I think it's an expensive price if you want to get Mets bats against Corbin, the guys like Judge. I still think he's like a GP pivot off of Scherzer. Not sure about Cass because of the price. He could still end up as nuking the Slate here. He could end up as being a highest scoring pitcher on Slate. But at 9.3, it's gonna be tough. 9.7 to me, it's gonna be tough to use him and Max. That's 19. It's like $20,300 for 2 pitchers. But definitely in play just SP2 if we can find some value, which we may. So where else can we go? Luis Garcia, I like. But he's so up and down too, man. He's a righty. He has been throwing the ball well lately. 8.6. So that's another, I can't add, $1,100 cheaper than Gray. $1,100 you could probably use on a slate like tonight. Last 5 starts. He's 3 wins. His problem is that FIP is 4.43, a little high. But he's going up against the Red Sox, a Red Sox without Rafael Devers. He's so volatile. 3.63 Sierra, 4.7 ERA in those last 4. Bogarts and JD aren't hitting much. Vegas likes them. They only have the Red Sox at 3.1. So Garcia could possibly be one of my favorites for SP2. So going back, I see a stat here. This is give credit to Rotoballer. I just saw this come up since June 10th. He's allowed 2 runs or less in 4 starts, but at least 4 earned runs and 3 starts. So he's kind of up and down. But thanks to you on Leith for those stats. I'd still like the matchup because once you get by Bogarts and Devers, Bogarts and JD, you're rolling no Devers. This Red Sox lineup is not intimidating at all. 640 OPS, 294 WOBA in July. So Garcia probably still is my favorite SP2, but the good thing is I don't think we're going to see anybody running away with this. So we could also run down. Who I'm interested in is Tarek Skubal. I'm back on a Tarek Skubal train, I think. He's he's $8K now. So he's still a bit cheaper than Garcia. $600. Now, his last 2 starts now, this is the Scooble that we were all, cheering for all spring, and it's like he's back. He hasn't allowed an earned run in his last 2 starts since the All-Star break. 12 innings, shutout ball, struck out 11, as allowed just 5 hits in those 2 games. So on the season, it was 3.51 ERA, 1.15 whip. That whip's not bad compared to, he got beat up on some. He got beat up by Kansas City. He got beat up by Pittsburgh one game. I got beat up by these Twins, but he also had a big game against the Twins earlier this year. So decent matchup against the Twins. Probably has one of the top ceilings of the slate, Terry Skubal. And the Twins have lost 4 of the last 5 games. I like Terry Skubal tonight. Right now, I can possibly lean Skubal, Scherzer as my top pitchers. So SP2 could be all over the place. Anybody else you're looking at? Antonio Senzatella. He's cheap. Ground ball pitcher, right? Last month he's got a 3.7 CR. That's pretty elite. Not walking batters. Padres don't scare you anymore with the bats, so I don't mind that. A smart plays probably Clevenger. Just don't like it. I don't like it in Colorado. I respect Colorado on the road nowadays. Who else are we missing? Domingo Germán, 6'4". What about Domingo Germán? To me, and I know, watch him forever for the Yankees. He's always a GPP pitcher. So it's last 2 games back against the Mets at Citi Field. 82 pitches, gave up 2 earned runs, 7 Ks, not bad. Against Houston, he got knocked around, 2 strikeouts, gave up 5. That was the 2 starts since he's been back. But Germán, you should get the win here. Heavy favorite. Seattle without J-Rod. I'm actually looking at Seattle as a stack here, though, too, as a nice head stack, definitely. Without J-Rod, though, they're striking out 23% to righties, 300 Wilbur to righties, 142 ISO to righties. So all decent numbers for Germán. I'm not sure I can use this guy in cash. And that's pretty much it. You got a guy, Logan Webb, I'm passing on him. Oh, about Andrew Heaney. He's interesting. 9.5, though, going up against the Giants. Last game, I think, is returning like 71 pitches. So kind of sum this up. Max is just P1. Then where we're going to go for 2. Clevenger is going to be a popular play. Clevenger, if not, people are going to go to Gray. Just Gray's expensive. I like Louis Garcia, 8.6. If not, I'm going to drop down to, I may go down to my man Terry Skubal, 8K. Then from 18 grand for 2 pitchers, either that or you're going to go to 21 grand between Scherzer and Gray. Brad Keller, I don't mess with. Marco's my man, but I ain't messing with him in Yankee Stadium, a lefty. You play Marco Gonzalez type of pitcher. You pick your spots in Marco, especially like in season long. You can win. You can do really good with Marco Gonzalez picking your spots. And there's days he's going to get slammed. It's a day like today. You don't play Marco Gonzalez in Yankee Stadium as a lefty. And I mentioned Andrew Heaney. All right, so probably wasn't too clear, but it looks like the chalk is Clevenger, Scherzer. I'm not sure in Clevenger. I may end up using him at the end of the day, but I want to look at some of these other guys. Garcia, Skubal, Gray, maybe a little Germán. Boom. All right, that's pitching. Let's move on. Move on to catching. As I said, it's crazy BBPs today from what I've seen early on. So started catching. Is there any BBPs for catching? Nothing. At least there's no BBP. No, there is. Jose Trevino hits Marco. 12 for 15. So not bad. Looking at let's get some ownership up here for catcher. Once again, the big bats we're looking at is the Mets against Corbin, Yankees against Marco, Houston against Eovaldi, who's been a complete gas can lately. Eovaldi has been a gas can. Probably he's worse than Corbin, all these guys. Looking at ownership right now, Jonah Heim always seems to catch ownership anymore. He's a switch hitter going up against Spencer Watkins. He's 4.2, very reasonable price for Jonah Heim. I don't mind him. I could definitely use him. This may be a slate. I go down to a value play. I get 2K guy. Somebody I see might be hitting like 5th or 6th or 7th in order. But Jonah Heim is a popular play. Adley Rutschman, what's he, 5'5"? He's all of a sudden, he's a player we all thought he was. He's becoming a good player. In 290 over the last month. But you can't play him today in cash. Going up against Gray. Carson Kelly against Quantrill, but Kelly now is a 3-7 batter. Will Smith against Webb. I don't play in Webb, but I respect Webb. MJ Melendez against Kopech, possibly. So nobody is jumping out at me here at catcher. If I'm going to use anyone, it would be Will Smith, but I said I like Webb. So this would be a day I'm going to just go look for value play, wait for lineups to come out, and use somebody cheap. Joey Bart maybe against Haney, gets the righty lefty advantage, possibly. I said Trevino. Trevino's only 3K, so Trevino may be the play here. Maybe Trevino at 3K. He's got a little bit of a BBP data against Gonzalez. Marco struggles against righties, especially. We're here in Yankee Stadium. Of course, you don't like lefties in Yankee Stadium, but Jose Trevino might be my guy, actually, with a little BBP there. Jeremy Burton, what's up, man? I just saw your comment about Clevenger being chalky. All right, it's catcher. Move on. We don't like catchers. We don't like catchers in DFS. First base right now, 10 a.m. Tampa time. Who is projected ownership looking at is Anthony Rizzo, 14% ownership. Nobody else beside that. Going against Marcos. Yankee is going to be popular tonight. This is probably the day I fade the Yankees bats. It's going to be so popular. Is Rizzo a great play? Of course he is. If you can get the Pete Alonso, you go for it. 6-3 against Corbin. But the problem is he's only $100 less than Judge, and you want to play Judge. The Judge is just having a historic season. Alonso's not hitting great. I mean, he's not hitting Alonso standards. 4 home runs in July, 3 in the last 12 games, though. So he's hitting better now. Great matchup against Corbin. Great matchup. I'm just not sure if you can get him in cash. You can if you don't play Judge. So BVP-wise, free Freddie Freeman is 5 for 12 off Logan Webb. Alonso against Corbin, 364 lifetime. So he hits Corbin, hits everybody else. So Alonso's obviously your top play here. It's going to be tough to get him, like I said. Jose Miranda's still first base eligible. If you're not using Scooble, I've turned to a real big Miranda guy. Yeah, Miranda's first and third base eligible. Miranda's a good value, 3.5. Play him at first or third. Big prospect. He's finally living up to that hype. In July, great July, hit 353 in July. 5 homers, 434 WOBA in July. And hitting lefties. 366 WOBA against lefties. So good spot against Scooble. Yuli Gurriel's a cheap one at 3.3. He's now batting second in Astros order. When you can bat second between Jose Altuve and Yordan Alvarez, you're in a nice spot at 3.3. Since he's moved to the number 2 spot, he's hitting 381, Yuli Gurriel. Always a cash play. Yuli Gurriel is always a cash play for me. Never can go wrong with Gurriel. Doesn't have the biggest ceiling, maybe a bit more now in his number 2 spot, but definitely has a floor. Definitely a good high floor. I said, a big slate, a lot of ways we can go. I mentioned Miranda. I mentioned Alonso. Advanced metric wise, mentioned Freddie Freeman, great BVP. Darren Ruff against Haney. You play Ruff against lefties, right? Ruff 290. That's all his last. Let me go to this season. Ruff still always has lefties. 275 ISO for Ruff. CJ Crone against Clevenger. Crone hits righties. Nice reverse splits for CJ Crone. 247 ISO. You got Luke Voigt cheap against Sensatella. Don't mind that. But if I'm going down to 3K, I'm probably gonna go to Gurriel. You can't play Josh Bell in cash against Max, of course. So the big dogs here: Rizzo, Freeman, Alonso. Take your pick. Rizzo's the chalky play. Freeman the BBP play. Alonso the gas can play against Corbin. And then you got Ruff. I mentioned Miranda. I love Yuli Gurriel tonight. Ty France, another one, 4-4. Ty France, good spot against German. Like I said, I'm gonna use a Seattle stack on here somewhere too today. That's first. That's a good point, Jeremy has said. All the heat right now is that the Astros are trying to get Josh Bell. So Gurriel has got a look what his brother's doing the last since June. And Yuli's doing the same thing. I've always been a Gurriel guy, especially in DFS for cash. Played him a lot last year. That's really first base. Looking who's like the hottest right now. I look at the last 15 days of stats. The hottest first baseman is of Vlad's not on Slate. Jose Miranda. Hottest first base in the last 15 days. Jose Miranda. Hitting 414, 7 ribbies, 2 homers. Alonso hitting 394. Well, but Albert Pujols are up there. Hit 412 last 15 days. Man. Seth Brown. Oakland's not on this slate, right? So, but Seth Brown's been really playing well, too. Okay, that's first base. You probably have to pay up. If not, Miranda, Yuli Gurriel. And that's pretty much, I don't see any huge punts. Eric Hosmer, 2.6, I guess you is going to consider a punt. Eric Hosmer. Cheap. Okay, second base. Who are we looking at second base? Popularity-wise, probably going to be all these Mets because of Corbin. But remember, Patrick Corbin is pitching much better this year than he did last year. Corbin's the type of guy that can come in here and shut you down and strike out 8 or 9 guys, give up 2 runs, and move on. We all have seen out Patrick Corbin. So, second base, 3 guys, double-digit ownership right now. I'm seeing Semien, Gleyber, Torres, and Cronenworth. Maybe second base is a pay down tonight. I'm not sure. You know who I like? Andres Jimenez tonight. Jimenez is a decent spot. Let's see if any of these guys have any history here. Jay Cronenworth is probably you got to take cores into consideration here. But Cronenworth 714 lifetime, 500 batting average against Sensatella. Jeff McNeil against Corbin, long history, 25 at bats, decent, hitting over 300. So now I see this is why one of the reasons Cronenworth was probably popular. Man, I think this may be a spot where there's no must plays here. Semien's in a great spot against Spencer Watkins, of course. Semien can hit righties, but he's only hitting 268 his last 20 games. Andre Jimenez, I love playing Jimenez, but Jimenez is up to 4K, still cheaper than Semien. But Zach Davies is coming back. Zach Davies is not even fully stretched, right? Last game, I think he pitched was like in June. I remember June 25th. So Zach Davies is a gas can. So you can pick on him. Maybe we go with Andre Jimenez. Not a bad price at 4K. But here we go. Wilmer Flores against the lefty. Wilmer Flores against lefties is a thing, right? Right, Jeremy? Wilmer Flores, lefty crusher, career lefty crusher. We play him all the time. 4,100. Definitely in play. Gleyber against Marco, of course. 4,800. Gleyber's become a 5K player now. I don't know. There's a lot of great plays here. Can we get cheap somewhere? Ezekiel Duran's back. And he's back hitting too. Decent game yesterday. It was 1 for 4 yesterday. 3 RBIs to that double. And against the Angels a couple days ago, he had also another double. So Duran's a dart. Adam Frazier against German. I can't believe Adam Frazier's become a 2.8 player. But here, look at this. He's only 2.8, yet he's hitting 347 over his last 20 games. I mean, no, you're not seeing much isolated power here. An isolated power of 0.56, but still 350 over the last week, 330 over the last month. So Adam Frazier at 2.8 against German, double-digit games last 2 games. Why can't we play Adam Frazier? That could be one of our punts right here. No problem at all using Adam Frazier. Jimenez may end up being my favorite play of the day against Zach Davies. Aledmus Diaz has been hitting so well. So look at Diaz too in there. Who's really hot at second base? I usually look at like the last 15 days. Playing tonight is Donnie Barrels is really hot. Diamond Solano, but he's not playing today. DJ LeMay, who hit 372 last 2 weeks. Not bad. A lot of guys, really. I like Jimenez. I'm going to go all the way down to Adam Frazier tonight. Yeah, the game in San Diego is not a Coors game. Why did I say that? Oh, I think I was saying Cronenworth's BVP is high because history's in Coors. I misspoke there. When you look at some of these BVPs, when they're going against guys like Sensatella, you guys remember a lot of these games are probably in Coors. Even though it's in Petco tonight, you got to take that BVP 714 consideration that they all weren't from Petco Park. Sorry about that. But thanks for the clarification, Metal Alloy 419. What's up? Happy Monday. Happy August 1st. Happy college football in a couple weeks. Let's go to him. I think Jimenez is my play here. If it's not Frazier, Jimenez, it's a bargain. This guy's slashing 297, 360, 479. And he will get you fantasy points for so many different ways. And it's Zach Davies, who's a gas can. I like Jimenez tonight. Okay, third base. So I said, to me, I'm looking at Jimenez or Frazier, but other ways you can go. Semien, Torres, Jay Cronenworth has got a BVP there. McNeil against Corbin. Third base. You said that because I was gonna mention Scoop before I moved on to third. I was like, nobody's interested in Jonathan Scope. And Metal Alloy just asked. I think he is a dart. I really do. I watched Scope play Saturday. I watched most of that game. And remember, this is a guy that's 2 years ago had 100 ribbies in Baltimore. He looks much more comfortable at the plate, even though the results weren't showing it. He does look much more comfortable at the plate. He's hitting 240 last week, 260 over the last month. So Scope is, to me, yes. Scope is a GPP dart at 2.6. And he's going to give you more power than Adam Frazier. So, yeah, that's not a bad call. And Scope could be the one hitting a home run tonight. To me, Devin Smeltzer's a gas can too. So it's another team you want to pick on the Tigers tonight. The thing is, every time these teams like the Tigers, look at this yesterday. We all played Reds. Anytime these teams like the Reds are chalky in cash, you know what's going to happen. And it happened again. Donnie Burrows has come through. I think he ended up getting something there. But your Reds are not very good, Jeremy. Of course, Giants can select these. Wilmer, right? Wilmer, Darren Ruff. I had no problem playing Wilmer tonight in cash at 4-1. If I had a choice between Jimenez and Wilmer, probably like Jimenez, but you know damn well if I don't play Wilmer, he's going to pop one. Me and Jeremy have been playing lefties, Giants can select these for years. That's what I'm saying about Frazier, and I agree with you about Frazier. Metal Alloy did a good point about Scope. Scope's got the pop, and it's Smeltzer, righty-lefty. But it's turned into more of a gut feeling about Adam Frazier, but he is hitting the ball. And Adam Frazier is a professional hitter. We know him. Adam Frazier is a good player. He's not getting any respect here. He's right way to the radar in Seattle. He's not showing the power, but we know it's there. He's got some speed, a little bit of pop. So Frazier Scope, I like the Frazier call. He may end up being my one value tonight. All right, moving on to third base. Once again, the Mets are going to be popular. All these guys. J-Ram is going to be very popular against Zach Davis. Yeah, J-Ram's probably, he's cheaper than Alonso. He's cheaper than Judge. J-Ram may be one of the top plays tonight at 5.8. But you got to make a decision. You can't play all these guys. You can't play J-Ram, Alonso, and Judge. So J-Ram against Zach Davies, great play. Josh Donaldson, the bringer of rain, 3.9 against Gonzalez is going to be popular, and I totally agree with it. Josh Donaldson can handle Marco, always has. What does he have for history with him? Check out this. So the Astros must have really beat up Eovaldi this year one game because Bregman is 8 for 16 also. Machado 8 for 20 BVP against Sensatella. But J-Ram is your play by far tonight. You gotta like the Donaldson price. Machado's only 4.9. He's really come down a bit though. He's only hit 215 in the last 20 games though. We got Miranda. We talked about first base. He's first base, third base as a value play. We like him. Third base is another tough one. If you can't get the J-Ram, I guess J.D. Davis against Corbin. Here you go, J.D. Davis against Corbin if he plays righty lefty. J.D. Davis, another great punt at 2-1. Once again, Corbin can surprise you though too. I mean, I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket, playing on Mets against Corbin, and then watch Corbin go and lay down 8 of them. So we like the Bregman. Wait, why is all of a sudden I'm getting an NA as a pitcher for Boston? Is Eovaldi scratched or something? Anybody see anything on that? All of a sudden I'm seeing an NA and not applicable on projections for Red Sox pitcher. That's kind of important because we have some of these big BVPs here. Nathan Eovaldi. I mean, I just tried to tweet it, but look on Twitter. I don't see anything. He's supposed to be pitching, right? So, all right. So, right, it's still, as far as I know, it's still Eovaldi. DJ LeMahieu, 5'2". Good, got a BVP. Great play against Gonzalez. He's hitting hard. Ezekiel Duran has been popping in projections, but he's only 2.8. I'm not going to play him, but you all can play Max Muncy if you want. I don't play Max Muncy anymore. Third base is kind of a wasteland all of a sudden. Wow. Like nobody's hitting. Say J-Ram. You want to get the J-Ram. If not J-Ram, I guess J.D. Davis or Josh Donaldson at 3.9. With Castro possibly as a punt. Or Jose, this is we use Jose Miranda. People don't realize how well this kid's hitting. He's crushing the ball over the last month. Jose Miranda. And he is a Twins top prospect. He's probably even more prospect than Kirilloff, I think. I'm looking over the last 15 games, average-wise. Matt Chapman's not playing. No, most of the guys that are hot aren't playing tonight. So, J-Ram. Is Urshela back? Candelaro's not much to mention. Now you guys are going to be popping all these Tigers at me. Miranda is my play. What's Candelaro? I know he's been hot. He's been red hot. What do you do over the weekend? As I watched him Saturday, I saw him think of Saturday at a double. So he's hitting 360 over last week. I still like the Miranda play. And Urshela, if Urshela is back. My man Gio, he's got a little pop to him. All right, let's go to shortstop. I don't like third base tonight. Shortstop, it's going to be your top play or your top projected ownership is. Wow, so Marcus Semien is now shortstop eligible. Oh, because Corey Seager got hurt. Semien is shortstop eligible in DK now. Interesting. Sub 5K though too, 4.7. So we can look at Marcus Semien. Get Timmy A against Keller, not a bad play. Here's probably your Javi Baez, probably, right? He's only 4.4, only 4.4 against. Wait, is it Aaron Sanchez or is it Smelter? I thought it was Aaron Sanchez is pitching tonight. Why am I seeing Smelter now in projections? But Baez has been crushing the ball. 11 hits last 11 games since the All-Star break. 2 doubles, home run. 345 WOBA. All right, we got to find out. Is it Smelter? They both stink, though. If Aaron Sanchez is not pitching, the Tigers' ownership is going to drop. I do like the Javi call, definitely. Any of these guys, Ahmed Rosario, 7 for 10 lifetime against Zach Davies. Wow. I guess he likes him. I guess he likes Davies, huh? Anybody we're missing at short? Not much value. Lindor. I didn't even mention Lindor, but it's Lindor against Corbin. He's 5'6". I would rather probably go to Semien at 4.7 against Watkins. So you get turn against Webb, whatever. My favorite shortstop is going to be Rosario's only 4-1 though too. So I'm going to go Semien as my top one. Semien, Rosario, Baez my top three. If Seager's playing, Seager would be my top play against the righty. But I think Seager's going to be out. He's definitely day-to-day. Not much value here at shortstop. No punch you really like. Miguel Garcia, I guess, was Michael Kopech, but Michael Kopech's the can. But Nicky Lopez, I play Nicky Lopez a lot, but he's not going to get any home runs. Yep, Kim, definitely. Are you from San Diego, Middle Alley? Seems like you bring up Padres a lot. Kim's my guy from KBO. Won a lot of money on his Kim kid from High Song Kim and KBO. A lot. You know what? I can't. Timmy Beckham's back. I thought Timmy Beckham was retired like 3 years ago. Tim Beckham was the former number one draft choice by Tampa. Was it Tampa? I saw him make his debut in Single A in Hudson Valley. He was the big phenom, the prospect, and he has never made it. And I can't believe he's back in the big leagues. Timmy Beckham. He's going to be like my age. Are you from Maryland? Oh, okay. A lot of people from Maryland I know in DFS. So Timmy Beckham. Not saying play him, but what? I just saw a tweet of notable transactions. Oh, Jared Kelenic did get called up because of J Red on IL. So I guess we'll talk about that at outfield. Josh Slow got set down. Thank you for Joe Reichart for that. Reichart84 for that tweet. So Kelenic's back. Okay, and that brings us right to outfield. I imagine Kelenic will be playing tonight too, right? Against Yankees. Kelenic needs to show me something. I know he's been ripping through AAA. I know all that. But I just had a whole debate on Jared Kelenic. Is he the real deal or not? He really struggled when he came up to the Major Leagues the first time, which is that happens. Is he Major League ready? I mean, the way he's been hitting right now, he seems to be. I mean, is he in play tonight as well? Is he even on DK tonight? He may not be if he just got called up. But he has been this year in the minor leagues. He's slashing 288, 353, 550 with 903 OPS. Pretty damn good. So, all right, I'm babbling now about Jared Kelenic. So outfield, we have Judge is gonna be you got to play Judge every night. You have to play Judge every night. I don't even care if Alonso's against Corbin. Judge hits a home run every game. 6'4", you play Aaron Judge until he's 7K. You get a home run from him every day. Judge your top play. So then you probably got to go cheap other else. J.D. Davis is catching a lot of ownership right now. Third base outfield eligible against Corbin. Sterling Marte 5'7". You can't play Marte and Judge. So great GPP pivot, but Marte's popular. Leo Tavares is popular against Watkins. Brandon Nemo's popular at 5'1". No, I don't play Stephen Kwan, but Kwan's popular against Davies, and that's pretty much it. Those guys are like double-digit popularity. Ownership projections early. Can you get Judge and Marte together? It'd be nice. Marte sat yesterday, had a really good July, hit 377 in July. I don't think so. If I'm going to play anybody, it's Yordong and that crazy BVP. But where else we can go? Jerks and Profar, Padres, great value, only 3.9. Homer in back-to-back games this weekend. Multiple hits 4 of his last 6. He's only 3.9. Jerks and Profar, and he's going to go right under the radar tonight. Jerks and Profar may be in my main lineup. So is Kelenic DK eligible? I don't know. If somebody out there can see, I don't have DK pulled up. I like Jerks and Profar a lot tonight. Other cheap guys, Austin Slater's cheap. You can always use Slater, definitely. We play Slater a lot in these situations. Aledmus Diaz, he's now outfield eligible against Eovaldi. Diaz at 3-4, great play. I could play Profar, Diaz, and Judge my outfield and be very happy. There was another big BVP in the outfield I think I saw, and it might have been Josh Bell hit Scherzer. We're talking about first base Josh Bell. Josh Bell's 4 for 9 against Scherzer. They do know each other. Mookie Betts is 7-14 against Logan Webb. That's a really good BVP against a good pitcher, Logan Webb. So don't be afraid to use Mookie in GBPs. Don't be afraid at all. Pete Alonso has seen Patrick Corbin a lot, like 40-something at bats. Okay, so J.D. Davis is going to be popular, what we said. Jurickson Profar. You can give Jared Kelenic a try if he's eligible on DK. I believe he is. Aledmys Diaz. Anybody I'm missing for value? Like I said, if you're going to be using Max Knight and probably like a John Gray or any of these guys, you're going to have to find value somewhere. So you're only going to be able to get like one bat, maybe two. Judge has got to be one of them. Cedric Mullins is only. Oh, Cedric Mullins is 5-3 now? No. I thought I saw something else about Cedric Mullins. Michael Taylor. Michael Taylor, 2K, just keeps hitting the ball. Another 10 DK last night. Hit 3/3 last week. You can always play Michael Taylor. Nolan Jones, another one. But he gets pinch hit for, right? One more name. Franmil Reyes. I know what we all think of Franmil Reyes, but Franmil Reyes 2.7 against Zach Davies. Smash City. Reyes is a reverse splits hitter. Franmil Reyes 2.7. He may end up being one of the most popular plays. He's a GBP player. He's volatile, boomer bust. But this is the moment you're waiting to play Franmil Reyes. 2.7 against Zach Davies. Home run city there. He's tilting. Yes, he is, but great spot. All right. So, yeah, Jay Kearney, we talked pitchers at the start. I'm gonna go through it really quickly now. You guys give me your home run calls as I go through it really quick here. Pitchers, Scherzer's your SP1, definitely. Your SP, this is for cash. Your SP2, it's gonna Clevenger is gonna see a lot of popularity. If not, I like Gray, Luis Garcia, maybe Tarek Skubal, German, GBP only. I'm probably gonna have fade in German, but you can definitely use Gray and German GBP, definitely, yeah. Jay Kearney, definitely. GBP, of course. And then first base, you're looking at Pete Alonso, of course, is the popular play, but you want Judge in your lineup. It's going to be tough. But we do like Alonso. We like Miranda at first as a cheapo. We like Julie Gurriel as a cheapo. Jose Trevino is a cheapo catcher, we said. We like him. Second base, we're talking about maybe Adam Frazier as a good value, or Jonathan Scope, unless you want to go up to like the guys like Semien, those guys, or Jimenez, I mentioned. Third base, Machado's a pretty good spot, but J. Ram's to play. Miranda's also a value at third. Shortstop is kind of who we liking at shortstop. I just drew a blank on shortstop. Lindor, Baez, Rosario, great BVP. And then we just went over to outfield. You can this is on demand though, Jay Kearney too. You can go back. Okay, so and you guys watching? Always gonna give me your home run calls. First, well, I gotta give you Stacks first. Stacks is definitely Yankees and Mets against Corbin and Marco, of course. I like the Padres against Sensatella. Like those three. Like the Astros definitely against Eovaldi. There's a team that we're Tigers against Sanchez. And there's a team we were talking about during the chat here, and I can't remember now. Who's it? There's one team he says could be a sneaky stack tonight. Detroit, we like Texas. Maybe the Royals, as Kopech's been bad. Padres, I guess. My home run call of the day. One home run call or two. Can't say Judge because Judge is Alvarez, definitely. Let's show that BVP. Gleyber Torres is setting up for home run here. What I'm seeing on advanced metrics. Torres, CJ Crone. I did mention Cron was a BVP though, but Cron could be a home run. Freddie was a great BVP. So my overall Sterling Marte too. Marte big time. Sterling Marte is my home run call of the day. Marte. Not saying I'm going to play him in cash because you got Judge there, but Marte's in a great spot against Corbin. Sat yesterday, and one of my favorite under the radar value plays is going to be Jerks and Profar tonight. Remember, Jared Kelenic got called up finally. The big prospect with J-Rod getting hurt. He's probably in play tonight as long as he's DK eligible. And I think that is it. Any questions? This is going to be a quick show. It's already been an hour. I'm not sure about tomorrow's show. I'll let you guys know back Wednesday. And then, of course, every Friday. Hopefully, I have an EPL show this week. EPL starts this weekend. EPL soccer. And that's it. Good luck tonight. Big slate tomorrow. Deuces. We are out of there. Yeah, I like the Marte call too, Jay Kearney. So, all right. Thanks, guys. Peace.